Hello and welcome to this episode of Hampton Roads Business Live. My name is Rory Graham and I'm your host, and today we have the pleasure of having with us Scott Sanders from IPC.
How are you doing?
How are you?
Doing well. Yourself?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
Not looking forward to the rain, but you know, the weather's getting warmer, so that's good. Tell us, what is IPC? Give us an overview of that.
Well, IPC stands for Interior Power Contracting. We're an LLC. We have our Class A license in both electrical and in building. That gives us the ability to build any building, any size, any shape, and also the fact of being able to wire it no matter what size or shape.
Okay, now explain, because I know that I talked to you about this, but explain to me about the different classes. Now, you said you're a Class A contractor in both electrical and construction.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's a big deal, actually.
It helps out considerable.
Yeah, and explain what that is and why that's important.
Well, the Class A license, it's anything over up to, it's unlimited is what it is. If you can become bonded for this project, then you take part of the project.
Any value?
Yes, sir.
Basically.
A Class C license gets you up to $12,000 of work. A Class B is up to $120,000, and a Class A is unlimited.
Wow.
This helps out in both with building homes or with room additions, because usually the values of a large room addition will go over that value. Same thing with wiring up some shopping centers, which we've been part of in the past.
So I know that having a Class A license in both carpentry and electrical, that's a real plus, and I assume that's a bit unusual because I haven't really seen a lot of that. Is that true?
It is true. It's a rare quality to be proficient in both those areas, and with us having our Class A master's license in electrical, which gives us the ability to wire up almost anything,
right,
and also the Class A in building to give us the ability to build almost anything. With those two together, we cut down a lot of the time frames, a lot of the delays of having subcontractors. It helps us dramatically with...
Because you can handle the whole job.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
We have less subcontractors, which means we're keeping it more in-house.
Less finger pointing.
Yes.
So if there's a problem or they want to tell you how great you are, there's only one person to go to.
You come right to me every time.
Okay, that's good. All right, so I assume that's one of the things that makes IPC a smart choice. Is there other things?
Yes. When you give IPC a call, you're going to be talking to me. I'm Scott Sanders, the owner, which is a rare quality as well, to be able to talk to the owner and also have a chance to talk with him in person about your home. I've been in this business for a long time, have a lot of experiences with older homes, which has shown me a lot of the problems with working in our area. And with problems comes experience, and experience, if you can turn it the right way, can really help out a project.
You know, they say experience is a great teacher, but the tuition is high.
Yes.
Okay. We talked about the multiple licenses that you have, and so that helps the commercial person from a bunch of subcontractors and all. But can that be applied to residential as well?
Yes.
The homeowner, typical homeowner that would hire you to do a kitchen or something. How does that, let's take an example. Give me a guy hires you to do a kitchen.
Well, for example, when we're working in a lot of older homes, when you want to renovate either a kitchen or a room or turn it into a den, there's things that are going to be moved, walls, for instance, or openings made larger. And with having a history and electrical background, we can kind of differentiate where wires would be if we had done it that way, or we can kind of see some problems before we actually get into the wall opening. And it helps us in cutting down timelines, like I said before, and making sure that we're staying on top of the game versus letting it, waiting for a subcontractor to come in and fix the situation.
Okay. All right, and let's run through some of the construction services that you do for residential. What are some of the examples of type of things that you do?
Well, I like to consider us a full service contractor. We take care of very large projects as far as room additions, building some houses from the ground up. A lot to do with renovation. We specialize in older homes, so with that being said, remodeling kitchens, remodeling bathrooms, building room additions to fit the style or era of your home. because you don't want to put an addition on the side of your house that doesn't match the class or the style or the age the home was built in. You like to keep it all in line.
Okay. All right. And typically, if someone has a job or they think they have a job that they'd like to talk to you about, what is the process that they do? You mentioned they talk to you, but what is the process that they go through, what that you typically go through?
Normally, our first meeting would be just going over the ideas. The big reality here is budget versus dreams equals what we can provide.
Okay, so you come out to see them?
Yes, we come out to see them, we visit, we go over the different ideas, we add more ideas to the situation, or different opinions to give more of a full service, roundabout look at things.
Okay. So do they give a, do they say, for instance, let's just use, I like to use examples. All right, so let's say someone says, I want to remodel this kitchen, and this is kind of what I had in mind, and then once you understand that, you come back to them with a proposal for that?
Yes, sir. After we've had a chance to look at your ideas and make sure there aren't any major defaults or anything that could hinder us completing the project in the right budget or in timely manner, then we come back with a full proposal, and that the proposal will be included of how much we're looking at, different allotments for different ideas, whether it be cabinetry, flooring, wall covering, and also a start time and completion time. We try to be as on time and up to date with everything we're doing so that you know when you can go back to enjoying your kitchen.
Yeah, that would be nice. Okay, all right. And I had thought about something when you were just speaking there. Well, let me just go on to the next question. Maybe it'll come back to me. That happens more and more nowadays as I'm getting older. Okay. Oh, why should I choose IPC to complete my 203K? And I didn't even know what a 203K is, but apparently it's quite common.
It has become more and more common with the housing market the way it is. We have a lot more houses out there that are in distress, and more with people looking for something that's in their budget. The only way they can accommodate that is by buying a home that needs some TLC. We are vested with most all the banks in the Hampton Roads area as one of their qualified contractors for the 203K. And what this does, it provides the homeowner the ability to take a construction loan out while purchasing the home. And then they assign up to 3 contractors to choose from, and we are one of the 3 of most of the banks, like I said. And we come out there, we go through what you're looking for as far as what your end home would look like, and we have a budget to stick through, and we need to accommodate both, staying under budget and also providing you with your dream home.
Okay, I thought about what I was going to ask you. Okay, when you were talking about coming out and talking to them, 2 things. One is that I assume that you can input a lot of ideas that maybe they hadn't thought of, and they could be cost-saving ideas, or just it's always good to get other opinions, and you've certainly seen a lot of things and done a lot of things, so you have a lot of experience to draw from. So, but you didn't mention, is there a charge to come out and talk to them?
No, we don't charge anything for estimates.
Okay.
All of our estimates are free. And plus, we feel that should be a duty of us as a contractor to come out and provide you the service of a free estimate to earn your business, not just take it for a guarantee.
Okay, all right. Well, I wanted to clarify that there was a free estimate. Okay, well, that's good. I know that I've had you out at my home, and you put in an electrical new panel box.
Correct.
Is that something that you do quite often?
Yeah.
Because I need it.
Well, a lot of times what we run into is when you're increasing the size of your home, or more than none when you're adding a new HVAC system, which was your situation.
Yes, it was.
A lot of the times existing electrical panels aren't adequate for the newer systems. Same thing to be said for newer kitchens. A lot of newer kitchens require a lot more circuits because the safety codes that have been implemented in the past, in which case a lot of the older panels aren't able to provide that.
Yeah, we discussed that because I had an older panel and it wasn't going to handle, and you talked about possibly expanding that panel, but you didn't recommend that was a good idea to do and everything. We ended up replacing it, but you were in and out, and I mean, it was, you know, except for the new panel being there, which is much prettier than the old one was, you wouldn't know it. I mean, it was really done nice. It was, you know, you all handled everything from, you know, expanding the cutout size and all, and cleaning up and everything. And you were on time and both starting and finishing. That's unusual for contractors.
It is unusual, and that's part of the reason why we got into the contracting game to begin with, is because we noticed that a lot of contractors weren't doing that. They weren't answering their phone calls. They weren't showing up on time. And when you see, you know, a lack in service, then we're here to fill the void. We're here to be the contractor that you can call when you need us, when you're in an emergency, when you feel safe that you can call us, you can leave us there to take care of a project. And you'll know that when we show up, when we're going to show up, so when you have to go to work, you can still do the things that you have to do.
Right.
And we'd like to leave it so that we were never there. I don't want you to, you know, we leave after working our tails off all day and making you a very happy customer, and after we leave, you find debris in your yard or dust in places it wasn't supposed to be.
Right.
You know, we like to leave it the way we found it.
Well, showing up on time and getting the job done is, I mean, I know things can happen. It didn't in our case, but I know things can happen and delay things, and weather and all kinds of stuff like that can happen. But, you know, I think everybody out there has experienced a contractor that does not show up on time and doesn't do what they said they were going to do, and certainly doesn't do it when they said they were going to do it. So it's like there's a school you guys go to or something, you know. So it's good that you don't fall in that category, and from my experience with you, you don't. You did a great job.
Thank you.
With us. And is there anything that I haven't mentioned that you'd like to bring out? Because you do, I'm sorry, but you do commercial and residential.
Correct.
I think we established that, but we didn't talk much about commercial.
No, a large portion of our business is residential, but we do venture into the commercial aspect. We've been experiencing a lot of build-outs. We've added this service at Bayside Shops, completely redid that service, brought it up to date. We do a lot of work for project and property managers. They know that they can call us, they know that we'll show up again on time, and turn around and give them their bid back in a proper and timely manner. And so, of course, even property managers along with homeowners, if they see somebody that they can count on, it makes it a little easier to give us a call. And being that we're a referral-based company and we don't do any major pitch marketing, we count on our name being, you know, solid gold. If we don't do anything correct the first time, then we make sure that it is corrected. Not to say that happens a whole lot, but we still like to stay on top of accidents. Do happen, and I've always been a firm believer it's how you respond to the accident versus throwing your hands up and running away.
Right. Okay, well, you can't ask for more than that. All right, so if you're a property manager or a homeowner and you have an electrical or a contracting need, please consider giving IPC and Scott here a call. You get to talk to him, he gets to come out and talk with you, and I can say from experience that they do a very nice job, do what they said they were going to do when they said they were going to do it. And so my experience was very good. But he's local here and Class A contractor in both electrical and in contracting, which is a bit unusual, but is to your benefit. So his contact information is at the bottom of this page, and it's also at the end of this video. And I thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.